Don't let your teenage daughter ride a motorcycle. Well, anyways, let's get into it. I get in trouble for not showing off the bikes in my videos sometimes, so I'm going to start off with showing the bikes right now. Oh, there's a clip for the Christmas lights. Just getting ready to put them away. I do need to wash the bikes before I really put them away, before I cover them and everything, so a little bit dusty. But yeah, there's the 2017 Indian Roadmaster, 2018 Harley Davidson Sport Glide. Fairing is up there, so that's what it looks without the fairing. A lot looks really good. And this is a 2023 Royal Enfield Scram 411. So had a few people say you got to show your bikes in the book in your videos, so there's the bikes. Anyways, let's get into it. So a couple of summers ago, I stopped off with a couple of buddies to have a couple of adult beverages, and as we were sitting there talking, it came up that my daughter was off going to get her motorcycle license. She was actually at a motorcycle course doing the course. And both these guys, they laid into me like, what are you doing? You know, you can't be letting your daughter ride a motorcycle. You know, she's going to get injured. You know, as anyone that has ever ridden a motorcycle knows, like someone knows someone that has died or got severely injured riding a motorcycle. The whole gambit of everything. That's what these guys were, you know, harping on me. One of these guys, it was a cop as well, so he had some experience with dealing with accidents. And both of them are going at me, and it's like, how could you do this? Why would you let your daughter do this? And then the one guy I didn't know very well. He was actually a friend of the other friend, and he didn't know I rode. And I'm like, and I just piped up saying, thanks. I like hearing about all these different things, even though I rode my bike here. And the cop actually stopped and goes, you rode here? And I went, yeah. I said, that's my bike over there. And then he kind of stopped and he went, and he turned and he was actually on my side, and he started calming my other buddy down. He's like, no, it's all right. You know, he already knows all the risks that there are with motorcycling. He's going to teach her. He's going to show her. He's going to, you know, let her know all the different things that can happen on a motorcycle. And he actually turned and he was actually an advocate for the fact that I rode. I wasn't just sending her off on a motorcycle and that's what she wanted to do, and away she went. Now, having said that, I've thought about this topic for, well, ever since that happened, many years, or a couple years ago. And I've never ever really thought of doing a video because, again, it's almost like anyone that finds out that you ride a motorcycle, you know, someone's sister's brother's husband's goddaughter got in a bad accident. You know, everyone, as soon as they find out you ride, they tell you about who they know that got injured or died riding a motorcycle. Same thing that happened when people would find out my daughter was getting her motorcycle license. They'd all tell me all the different stories, and you know, I've all heard it all before. And I wouldn't say like it was kind of like Charlie Brown, like wah wah wah, the teacher and Charlie Brown, but I already know all that. I already know the risks that there are when it comes to riding motorcycles. Does it mean I don't worry about my daughter getting her license? Of course I worry about my daughter getting her license. She's had it for a couple of years now. Every time she goes out for a ride, I worry about her. That's just me as a parent. That's always going to happen. Knock on wood, luckily she has had a little bit of a spill, a little slow speed turn where she got a little bit of bad road rash. I won't put a picture up here because you don't need to see it. It almost looked like her jeans got embedded into her thing. It wasn't that bad. It was just her knee. She lost an AirPod, and a little scratches on the motorcycle. It wasn't too bad. It was, as far as accidents go, it wasn't too bad. As well as she has dropped a bike before, and you know, you go through these things with a younger rider or an older rider, and you just explain that these things can happen. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. you're bound to drop a bike. It doesn't matter how experienced you are. It's not inevitable that you're going to have a little bit of a spill, but the chances are pretty good. They do lessen after 6 months of riding, so hopefully she's well past the 6 months of riding. So hopefully, knock on wood, she doesn't have another spill, and she has a clean riding record from here on in. As for letting her get her license, to be honest, it never even crossed my mind for her not to get her license. I started riding later in life. I got the motorcycle. My daughter loved it. She loved going for rides with me. We the first few summers, we would do a list of ice cream shops like within an hour ride from here, and we'd go test them out. We'd do our own little tier list of the ice cream shops around town here, or around where we live. She loved it. Like my son. He liked it for a little bit, and then I said the old nuts to butts, and then he's never ridden with me anymore. He's turning 16 too soon. Maybe he'll get his license, maybe not. He's not as into it as my daughter was. He has ridden the Scram 411, but yeah, he's not as enthusiastic about getting his license as my daughter is. Mind you, he's not as enthusiastic getting his car license either, but that one he has to get. But yeah, so it never occurred to me not to let her get her license, because I was like, this is a great thing for us to continue doing when, my 16, now 17, almost 18-year-old daughter still wants to go for rides with me, to go get ice cream, go get lunch. Hell yeah, I'm going to be doing that. If that is something me and her can do as a father-daughter thing, damn rights I'm going to let her do it. It never, like I said, it never really occurred to me not to let her get her license. But yeah, what do you guys think? Do you think teenagers should be learning to ride? I think it's a great life skill. I think as long as you keep, harping on safety, I know it begins to being like this, but I think the fact that my daughter did have a spill was kind of a good thing, because she wasn't really that hurt, and it did scare her a little bit, where she does respect it that much more. But yeah, what do you guys think? Good idea to let your teenager ride a motorcycle. I'm going to go through it again potentially next year with my son getting his motorcycle license. But yeah, what do you guys all think? Anyways, until next time, later.